Good morning, everybody. Ace of Trades here. Um, Back with another trading day. I didn't feel like uploading video yesterday. There was a spot where I did upload a short video, but there was a spot yesterday where I kind of forgot I left the recorder on, and so there's just a bunch of wasted space at the end of the video. And it doesn't make sense to like cut it off anywhere through an edit. So today's verse is Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. So just know you have a creator. Evolution is a lie. It's easily disproved if one wants to take the time to do their own research honestly. What do we have here today? Well, today I got in here late, had to take care of some things in the morning. So I'm going to try to make these videos shorter and probably update fewer and talk less. But you had an uptrend here. I put the overnight highs here because by this time you are in the 9 o'clock, and this looks like the best level of resistance. You can see it pushed up, pulled back, tested it, and then kept pushing up. So we got this uptrend, sort of strange sideways break, pushed up to a new high, and then you got two legs down. And like I always say, do not try to turn these two legs that are very clear into a wider trend. I see guys in forums and stuff trying to do this stuff like today, and and they're talking about wanting to short the triple test on this range. Look, when you get two legs in one direction and then prices immediately start going sideways, that's typically either if it's this way, it's typically a bottoming pattern. If it's the other way, it's typically a topping pattern. So I'm not going to short in the same, in this case, I'm not shorting in the same direction as these two legs down because this is looking to find support and go higher, even if it's only temporarily. So likely if you're just trying to take like somebody here, takes this, looks at this as one leg up, two legs up, and then they try to take this, uh, they got trapped and it went higher against them because when you see ranges after two measured legs down or two measured legs up, those are topping or bottoming patterns usually. So you don't want to um, try to trade in the same direction as the original move because you'll likely get trapped. Um, but in the same respect, because the momentum is down, I'm not looking to buy at the bottom of the range here either. So um, there's really nothing to do when prices start doing this. And you can see that now we may be getting, maybe these two legs then turn into two bigger legs, which you would have like this. Um, and maybe like that. So we'll just have to see what happens here. There's nothing. Um, to see if prices want to fade up in this range. This is a very kind of tiny range. It's probably not um, it's not as strong as like an overnight range. So prices broke out, and when prices break out, they will attempt to fade usually. And if they're going to succeed, they'll come back and like test this area and go higher. And if they fail, they'll drop down in. But um, there's really nothing here to try to do anything. I'm not going to try to take this. This is one just big leg down into a bull bar. So anyway, there's nothing to do here right now. So I'm just going to pause it and we'll check back in later. Sorry, I just realized my mic was off. So we were right here. Um, and then said that prices pushed down basically in the same area where there's this kind of support. So very messy, nothing to take there. And then we get two legs up into this uh, former resistance. It tries to resist off there again, pushes up. And then we get a bunch of sideways stuff, pushes down. This is not a lower high here. You're coming off of two legs up, but the EMA is too close, in my opinion, to try to take anything there. And you can see, like sometimes the EMA will repel prices, so you can't even actually count on them, getting to the EMA, and then it bounces higher. And so we bounced, we went sideways two legs back here to this resistance area. Now we're pushing up. So I have this. We may actually have a wider trend. We don't draw it off. We let the trend confirm and go up. We don't. I'm not going to try to take the trades off of a confirmation. Um, and plus, this is way past the measured move. It's ugly. It's an inside bar. It's inside. It's not this. This would be the signal bar because this is the lowest point in the swing, and then you're inside and you're right back into these highs. So can't take that, but it looks like what prices want to do now is they came two legs back, tested that, and it looks like they want to push higher right now. And this trend looks like a good structure that we can watch in the future. So we'll just keep an eye on that. There's like an hour to go now in the trading session. Really slow today. You can see how we can fit the entire price action on the chart without even have to squeeze the chart very much, and still have pretty nice sized bars on my screen. Um, so here we ended up getting, this uptrend, break new high, second leg up. Um, you did get this secondary uptrend. You have to be real careful about these because this uptrend has already made one leg up, two legs up. So you're not guaranteed that this is going to make a new high. And furthermore, maybe if you get one leg, two legs, it like hangs on here to the EMA and you can enter around there. But to enter up here is no good because you don't have any room to the highs. You can see why it's important to have room to the highs. Because as soon as you get into them, price is starting to sell back down here. Now, maybe if someone entered here, they'll get lucky and this will push up. But taking a lot of heat there on that right now. So that's pretty much it for now. I'll probably just finish the day out with the um, market close. There's just nothing going on today. It's really slow. And then once we got up in here, bars got really overlapped. Um, so yeah, that's about it. All right, post-market wrap up here for the day. Not a whole lot going on today. Um, so I think we were in here last time. I talked about how you don't want to. There's a one attempt, two attempts on the break of this channel, but you don't want to go long right into the resistance area. So you can see why you would get trapped, and then it pushes down and causes you a loss. And then also keep in mind, we always talk about once you get a trend working up and the trend gets a break, here's one leg up, and then it decided to push up to a second measured leg up. And so that channel is pretty much played out. So you have to be very, very careful about looking for any long setups after that. And then to get a short setup, what I'd be looking for is like a very strong move down, maybe like this over here. Um, just a number of red bars consecutively, and then a couple of legs back of correction before this is very, very weak correction. And then you can see it pushes up again, and then you get another very weak correction. It's just very bullish today, but just not a lot of volume, not a lot of price action today. So that's pretty much it. I mean, we can fit the whole chart here basically on my screen without causing too much problem to look at it on a smaller device. So that's pretty much it for the day. Again, not a whole lot going on. Did want to pull this up. Just gonna show you again. I took a trade on the 23rd, which you can go watch that video. And here again, I printed the broker statement out so you can see indeed, that I did take that live with a real account. It's actually 10 contracts. They count both sides and they add that up. So it was a gross 625, and then after the commissions, we netted 577 on that trade. Here's my sell price and the exit price, and you can see that when time I entered, you can see that I tried to hold a one contract runner, and it just took 20 minutes to play out, which you can see on that trade that I posted. So that's pretty much it for the day, and I'll be back again tomorrow.